Travis Wingetzel. On the video, all Mormons think they are wise virgins, yet have no oil for Hanukkah. I had a person who I had gotten rid of, I thought. They go by peak marketing. Maybe it's because they got a 1 at the end there. I don't want people trying to sell me something by placating me, pacifying, flattering, and deceiving, so that they can then come out and sell me something, or even worse, thinking that they can then advertise on my channel. But nonetheless, despite this person using a business name rather than his name for a social media channel, it says, great video. Let's hope the gathering to Zion can be done not in haste and chaos before the big destructions come. And so that tells me he's not a bot. I've had those before, telling me how great I am, and he can help me with my video and all this. Get out of my way. It's a song, female. Is it? I think it is Kylie Minogue. Frustrating. Haven't heard that forever. Anyway, yeah, it is. Yeah, yep. Yeah. I miss Kylie's songs. But he clearly has not been watching my channel. Clearly did not do his research before commenting. In the story of Moses, the Hebrews got to take some of the riches of Egypt with them, but we'll see how that's able to happen. I try so hard. And YouTube just screws me over every single time. Every single time. So Microsoft screwed me over this time with the new upgrade. Because now the what? When I first brought it up, I had to fix it to this. And I don't understand. Leave it the way I had it. All this month of December, people. We're at day 6. And I've been doing it into last month, when the North Israel Feast of Tabernacles ended. Because we need sprout to know that the seed is good. We need to see the potential for fruit to be produced. So we're going to get to that here in a minute. So for the month of Kislev, Decem, the 10 virgins prostituted at the Temple of Athena on Mount Ephraim of the Danite territory. Now taking possession of Canada before Trump. Oh my God. Why isn't anybody believing me about the evil of the Danites? Why, people? Why? Yeah, anyway. So the 16th of December, 15th of Kislev, is the day when the Greeks took possession of the Jerusalem temple and destroyed the altar. And so 10 days later, on the 25th of Kislev, the 26th of December, technically evening, is the first day, or is the next day, for the Jewish calendar. But nonetheless, the Greeks had finished the altar and began offering pigs on the altar. And, in case you're confused about prostitutes, they're the ones who initiated prostitution. Pay to have sex with a temple worker. You can't have sex unless you pay up. And so this is what Brigham Young did when he stole Joseph Smith's church after murdering him. That's what Section 119 means. Mormons are all running away and hiding. They're not happy. Oh no, he caught us. We can't commit crime anymore. Travis knows. Whatever. You lie and deny. You'll never admit that you're criminals. Supporting the... So on the 21st, this is when Ezra 9's sermon is traditionally believed to have been, no, it's prophecy and revelation of the latter-day prophecy and revelation, using the Greeks' takeover of the Jerusalem temple for the abomination of desolation. And yeah, Christians all screwed it up, didn't they? So Joseph knew. In the second vision, he added to Malachi, "They that come shall burn you," not Jesus. Joseph knows. You can't pull the wool over Joseph's eyes, but you can edit his visionary accounts to make them literal history Christian. All wrong, abominable, and corrupt. Verse 19. Look it up, missionaries. You all skip it. And so, on the 22nd, which is Sunday, the 21st of Kislev, was when the Danite temple on Mount Ephraim was destroyed. You thought I was kidding about that, did you? I did the video not too long ago. Okay. 128 BCE, that was a historical event. The Maccabees. The Maccabees. So, on the 26th, the 25th of Kislev also was when the Maccabees, in 164 BCE, established Hanukkah for the first time, taking back their temple from the Greeks and set in order the temple. Section 85, verse 7. Joseph knows what he's talking about, and that was just a letter to W.W. Phelps. That was not intended to be published as scripture to the Mormons. In fact, he didn't even bother to put it in the 1835 edition of the Doctrine and Covenants. It was Brigham Young who decided to put it in the final year before he died, with section 117, which is a forged document. Pay attention, W.W. Phelps, Bishop of the Church. Section 117, Newell K. Whitney, Bishop of the Church, Adamon Diamond. Oops. 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 Notice also that Joseph Smith is said by the Danites that he was not involved with polygamy. You exfol nevermost think you're so smart. You're not. You didn't learn from the church that is corrupt and lied to you. You still spread the lies of the church, you just are offended with them. Rather than promoting them as Mormon. See, Mormons are okay with bacon and prostitution. You guys are the ones who are offended. Joseph had nothing to do with it. Are you unfamiliar with frame and blame so that you can do it? And then the 28th, which is the 27th of Kislev. This is when Noah's Ark landed on Mount Ephraim of the Danites. Yep. Yep. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of prophesying going on. And whether or not, because I did the video already about the signs in the heavens, this is the scriptural prophecies. We're waiting for the likeness of things on the earth. 10 days away from the first one. But I need to see sprouts. I am not happy if there are no sprouts. Sprouts, please. Sprouts, please. And so, I probably should go over the final 4 too before we get into the scripture. It's remembering. Weird. But why did it just... Anyway, so latter days are over with. They ended officially with the it's complicated because the last scriptural sign in heaven, it's complicated. I've done the videos. There's duplications all this year. And that's where the complications come in. And so I guess technically all of we're still not in it. Oh God. We've got to go till the 2nd of January. The end of Hanukkah. The quadranted meteor showers of Revelation chapter 12 verse 4. Which Joseph Smith knows what he's talking about because the Joseph Smith translation merged verse 3 and verse 4. So in 2017, the first year, verse 3 was a separate, distinct date. 17th of December, 2017, the 5th dark day of Hanukkah, when it's a new moon. New moon on Monday. But with the Joseph Smith translation combining 3 and 4 together as 4, because verse 5 got moved to verse 3. And instead of making 3 verse 4 and 4 verse 5, and then continue on with the numbering, nope, he combined verse 3 and 4 together. And so the last year of the latter days, Hanukkah this time, is the week of that ends on January 2nd. Ends on January 2nd. The quadranted meteor showers, verse 4. 2017, Monson dies. and Nelson takes over. Prophecy fulfilled of scriptural prophecy with signs in the heavens. And this is where I'm confused. And concerned. Because the final four, which all prophecies are saying, I guess this is it. The other stuff were just warnings again for Mormons who still refuse to believe and are still waiting for Jesus in a coming day when it was supposed to be the week after conference. And a coming day means within a week. After a week, it's no longer in a coming day. He's now a false prophet. Sorry, Mormons, you've been following a false prophet. Nelson made it very clear he's a false prophet. Why are you still following the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints with the false prophet of prophecy and signs in the heavens? You see, if the fulfillment of all scriptures happens as it prophesies it would, and 100 years from now, those in Zion are looking back to the latter days with all the records that I've been keeping. They're going to be saying, how could my great-great-grandfather been that stupid? He was right there in their midst. He was doing over 8.2K videos, and they still didn't believe? They still gave him grief? They still tried to murder him? Is that how you want to be remembered, Mormons? As unbelievers, hard-hearted, stiff-necked, stubborn, proud, arrogant, condescending, mocking, disbelieving? Did I say that already? God. The enemy, evil, wicked. Why does any Mormon want to be that? Why would any Mormon be offended with this and say, no, I'm not? And then put a thumbs down, a hate comment, a death threat, and cyber terrorize me? Thus proving you are. And so the final four is the fall of both government and religion. Anciently, they were a theocracy, joined together under one leader. Now it's separated. There is government, there is religion. There has to be a fall for both. On the 4th of November, 2016, Fox 13 News Utah had their final segment for the morning about the total solar eclipse over the whole United States of America on the 21st of August, 2017. How could they predict that? Nelson and Monson couldn't. Monson said nobody can know of the day and the hour. Oak said it. They all said it. And yet Fox 13 News Utah says, hey, start of the latter days, 21st of August, 2017. It's science. Yep. That's all Monson had to do was say, yes, The deaths of Perry Packer Scott are an indication that we're about to enter into the latter days. But Chad is wrong. He did not see Jesus. Jesus is not real. We're frauds. Sorry, Mormons. We're giving you all your money back so you can go build Zion. And that's number 2. After the fall comes the transfer of authority. And again, the government has happened for both of those. AI. YouTube, can you explain this to the audience? Can you explain how AI merged with algorithms can rig a voter election? How many subscribers do I have, YouTube? Are you sure? Are you sure you're not projecting? Based on how you rig the actual view count, that none of them, of any source for a view of a video, is the same. None of them. They're all different. I never know how many views a video has until YouTube finally shuts it down and no more are given and they all catch up to each other. Just so sick and wrong. And our government's playing dumb. They're going to be meeting with social media company bosses again. Whether that was today or who knows when. Doesn't matter. They're going to lie to them. They're going to say everything's fine. We've done all these things to protect children. We banned an 83-year-old Canadian grandmother for porn, protecting children. I saw that the other day. She does YouTube videos. She's 93 years old. YouTube banned her for porn. A 93-year-old grandmother, great-grandmother, elderly woman, porn. But this is the problem of AI algorithms. False positives. Oh, I think that's flesh. Porn. And as one who views women's fashion channels, yes, I'm seeing still women's channels getting banned on YouTube and women who are starting to come back. One woman started up her videos again and started with the first one saying, I'm back on YouTube. They said I was porn. And 2 sisters who are jailbait, not even 18. Yep, YouTube banned them too as porn, but demonetized them and put them on probation from posting new videos. And so last month they started back up again. Teen girls, old women, innocent women for being women are being attacked by YouTube. And they're going to lie to the faces of those in that hearing and say we're doing everything we can to protect children, when they're the cause of the harm. So, fall, transfer of authority must happen first. That is not in my control. I can report all I want to my federal government. They've made it very clear they're not going to do anything for we the people. Bleep you, we the people. We obey our corporate overlords, i.e. the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And so I'm waiting for the sprout for at least the fall. We still don't even have that. But for the government side, yeah, we know exactly what's going to happen. The fall's already happened, thanks to AI and the algorithms of the voting machines for the first time ever. And then the transfer of authority when Trump went to the White House and shook the hand of Biden. And Biden said, "Oh, you want to start today? I'll just go to my home and retire. Oh, wait, no, I got to pardon my son first." "Oh, you're going to kill us anyway? Hang us with Mike Pence?" "Oh." "Okay." "Do you want the keys to the White House or should I give them to Putin?" "Oh, you already gave a set to Putin and in Helsinki?" "Okay." And so, yes, we know what the exodus for the government's going to be. Mass deportation. Get the hell out of America. Only corporate leaders will be in America. Everybody else is gone. And if you're thinking, well, how are businesses going to make money? The same way the church can make money without members. They have so much money that the amount that they get in interest alone is enough to take care of them for the rest of eternity. They don't have to collect any more money. And so, yeah, they don't care. If it's just a corporation all alone in Deseret Kingdom, Utah, 2.0, they don't care. They've got their families. They'll raise up a whole new Mormonism with their families and live off the interest. This is what nobody gets. They are using you. The government, Trump, is using people for his agenda to destroy America. The church is using you. And when they're done, when they get what they want, you're out. That's the exodus. And that's where the marketing person talks about how the transfer is supposed to provide us for the funding for the exodus and the building of Zion. That's number 4. Getting to Zion, putting our foot on the mountain, and building it. And that's 3rd Nephi 11. That's another video I have for you. I still need to do the Revelation 19 with DNC 58. Revelation 19 with DNC 58. Because somehow it got thrown away. Oops. And so, yeah, all the scriptures are written by Jews, and the Book of Mormon plagiarizes the Jewish writing as the Jews plagiarized the Egyptians. So they're all talking about the same stuff, the same events, everything from within the time frame of the latter days, 2017 to 2024. Everything. And it's all happened. And this is why I'm getting uneasy as the time is about out. And we don't have a sprout yet from the seed of the word of prophecy and revelation for these final 4 for the religion. I've already been doing numerous videos for you, especially cramming them here at the end about the abomination of desolation of both destroying the rituals with underwear and the endowment ceremony of death penalty covenant oaths of bondage. And that's why the underwear has the marks of the covenants. It's because Oak said in April conference, your underwear is the symbolism of your bondage to Jesus. And Jesus isn't real. All wrong, abominable, corrupt. And yet this is what's being used to destroy. As Joseph Smith told you, they that come shall burn you. Joseph knows what he's talking about when he says Christianity is the bane of mankind. And so, 1 Nephi chapter 1, verses 8 through 10. This is the scripture, and it plagiarizes both Revelation chapter 12, verses 1 to 3, from the Joseph Smith translation, or 1, 2, and 5. And then also Isaiah, which is where the author of John got it. Isaiah chapter 6, verse 1. There's verse 5 that gets moved to verse 3. And then chapter 7 for the rest. Virgin shall conceive and bear a son. And you notice how he uses the word, I give unto you a sign. Where is that in Matthew? He did some twisting. Because the author is a Jew still. He's not a Christian. He's not talking about Jesus of the Christianities. Nope, nope, nope. And so, you need to know Hebrew, because that will help you understand what he's doing. See, Jesus is two words in Hebrew. Yah, the Hebrew God, and Shua, salvation. Yah, Shua, Joshua. That's the name in Hebrew, not Jehovah. And so there's a book of Jesus after Deuteronomy. Because this is the learning of the Jews. They're not literal history. And so, if you flip them around, Shua, Yah, that's Isaiah. Shua, Yah. And so notice, they don't even mention the name Isaiah. And they take out sign. Now all this was done that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel. And then some dumbass who doesn't know translation whatsoever put, which is being interpreted God with us. No, sun God at noonday. The Most High. The Son of righteousness with healing in his wings. Amen of the Egyptians. And so, guess what we have here in verse 2 of chapter 2? There came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that is born King of the Jews? Messiah. Christ. All the same. For we have seen his star in the east. Sign. That's a dualistic prophecy for both. Because before his birthday, his actual birthday, because he's a real human being. Remember? Prophecy, revelation, signs in the heavens, likeness of things on the earth. Scriptural prophecy, signs in the heavens, and fulfillment. All are happening, all have happened, except for the final four for religion. A star, just 10 days earlier, appeared in the east. And for the last year of the latter days, sure enough, the star appeared in the east yet again. His birth and then his death. 3 Nephi 11. That's what Samuel is talking about. When you turn them literal history and you don't run the test, you get screwed up. Real simple doctrine. All Mormons miss it on purpose, just like Christians do, on purpose. To deny the Bible and the Book of Mormon. Because the Bible, all scriptures are science. So you got to use science to test the Word. And if you're going to call it literal history, you got to test the Word. And so, we'll do it here, since I brought it up. When Herod the king had heard these things, well, let's go to 1. Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem, literal history, 1 CE, Mormons and Christians can fight it out over whether it's the 25th of December or the 6th of April. Please do videos on it. Of Judea, and by the way, even though you're considering this literal history, it's phonetically the same as Utah. In the days of Herod the king. He died in 4 BCE. Oops. And so yeah, I've seen many a acclaimed scholar, self-proclaimed, try to claim that we need to move the chronological timeline of Jesus' actual birth to this, and so therefore the crucifixion is... No. You use science. Turning this literal history is false. You now know that interpreting this as literal history, i.e. the first creed of Christianity, is a false prophet. Just like Matthew chapter 7 or 3 Nephi 14, whatever one it was, told you. Judge them by their fruits. Hey, that's science. Liken the word unto a seed. Produce the results. Manifest the truth, Mormons. You know what I mean by that, whether you understand it or not. Because you purposely take it out or redefine it to claim a spiritual witness feeling. And so, yeah, it's all happened. That's what's so frustrating for me. This has been a very long latter days for me. I've been here from before the beginning and stuck with it to the end. Only one person has been with me since 2015. And he's still sticking around, huh? I just wish certain women would stick around. At least one. Single. Anyway. And so, yeah, this is the dilemma. We run the test. We know it's Jewish. We know it's prophecy. We know it's revelation. We know the days, know the hours, and they've all happened. The Bible, the Book of Mormon, is all true. Because the Book of Mormon starts us off in 2017, the first year of the latter days, the start of the ministry of Lehi, thus the start of the ministry of the Christ. So it's not a birth, but Matthew is being clever here. He's utilizing the prophecies to create a dualism of his actual birth, which is 50 years before the Exodus year of 2020. And so, yes, go back to the Exodus that the marketing guy was talking about. All those events have happened in 2020. All of them. Even the parting of the waters. I was very impressed. I didn't think I had it in me. And yet Mormons lied and denied. It didn't happen. You're a false prophet. What do you mean it was false? It just happened. The news. Did pictures. Did the videos. Everything happened. And so this year, the whole year, going over all things for you. Because each year keeps repeating. But this, being the last year, was kind of important to make sure I covered it as we came around to it. And that's Hanukkah. But we should see some sprouts by now. I'm troubled. You know, at least somebody leaked something from the church administration building. That FBI agents have occupied the building and are going through the computers. Can't somebody at least do that? Or 9 of the apostles are in the hospital. Can't somebody leak that? That is a sprout. Nothing yet. And this is the thing. If all of the prophecies and revelations have all been fulfilled up until the final 4, if the final 4 for religion, because we know the government's going to be fulfilled, if the final 4 for religion doesn't get fulfilled, does that nullify everything else? No, it doesn't. And so it nullifies all things will be fulfilled. That's what it nullifies. It means all things didn't get fulfilled. They're the final 4 for just the religion alone. Everything else, from Nelson taking over, and everything he did to destroy the temple with the abomination of desolation, lowering the age of girls to 11, restoring polygamy that no Mormon is obeying. They're committing adultery instead. Secret lives of Mormon wives, housewives. And so that is very troubling to me that the time is counting down again. But I remember last year, I did some of my own stuff for you. I was getting bored waiting for the scripture stuff to happen. And so I did some of my own. And they happened. Right, Nelson? The day came and went, and I'm going, oh, okay, whatever. 3 weeks later, he confesses. Bastard. And he still doesn't get it. He still won't hand it over. He still won't give it up and let us go. He won't let me go. He still is trying all he can to destroy me, to destroy this work, to prove all the scriptural prophecies false, even though they've all happened. Just the final four. That's all we're waiting for. And he still won't get it. It's like Biden still wanting to run for president. Not wanting to transfer the authority. To let Mormons go so we can go to Zion and build it. So, 3 Nephi chapter 7. We're still waiting on this too, by the way. Because it says that the government is not exactly what Trump thinks it's going to be. And in case you didn't know, because I don't know why this is your first video and you're still listening, wow, cool. Oaks made it very clear the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is in charge of everything that goes on. Yep, 2016, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. 2020, yep, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. 2024, yep again. SCOTUS, yep, overturning Roe v. Wade, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And everything else, all the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Oaks confessed to a little sister missionary on her mission when she was a naughty girl and recorded him. Nobody was supposed to know about it, especially me, who had just served the church 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks earlier. Remember 2020? All the Exodus had been fulfilled. And sure enough, Pharaoh said, no, we will not let Mormons go, let them go. And so, with the Exodus, it does appear that there will be an Exodus, but it's for the religion. Because that's 3 Nephi 11. We'll do a separate video for it. But the church will succeed in destroying America. But it indicates that Trump will not make it to be coronated on the 20th of January. If I'm reading this correct. Now behold, I will show unto you that they did not establish a king over the land. But in this same year, yea, the 30th year, they did destroy upon the judgment seat. Yea, they did murder the chief judge of the land. They murder Biden, doesn't matter. Trump still takes over and establishes himself as king. We all know Trump wants to be king. He said it himself. He even said he's the chosen one. Somebody had to do it. Oh, he was just joking. He'll follow the Constitution for once this time. You seriously think you're gonna con me, are you? Dear God, bunch of dumbass MAGAs. They think they can just lie and deny like Mormons deny and lie about Mormonism. You guys are of the same Illuminati breed. No duh. And so, thus the government was destroyed as the United States become the divided states. Sorry, Canada. I know you were looking forward to becoming number 51. And see, and again, if you're thinking that if this can be proven wrong, that Trump on January 20th takes over as king and then destroys America the next day, that now the Book of Mormon is false? But it's been true the whole time. Like I said, verse 1, or chapter 1, verses 8 through 10. That's the first year. That's all happened. The Exodus, 600 years from the time Lehi left Jerusalem, 4 CE, there was a total solar eclipse over Russia in 4 CE on 8 April, 20 years before 8 April 2024. Thus, the Exodus is 2020. And in 2020, everything was fulfilled of the Exodus story. The Book of Mormon had it. It was right there for Mormons. They're still waiting for Jesus. Who's late? No fruit for Nelson. There's the difference. Nelson has been wrong the whole time. And in so being wrong the whole time, he's the false prophet. That came true. But Mormons are so twisted up that they aren't flipping the script again. Instead, they would go after me for saying that Trump takes over on January 20th, and therefore your interpretation of the Book of Mormon is wrong, Travis. No, it's not. Because you're waiting for Jesus. The Book of Mormon says Jewish. And that's the one final thing that we'll go over here. 2 Nephi, chapter 3. Verse 5. This is the Jewish concept of the Christ. There's Messiah ben David. He's the Jewish Christ. Deuteronomy 18, verse 15. A man like Moses. Not Jesus. Jews don't believe in Jesus. Jews don't claim the Gospels or the New Testament as Jewish because Christians got a hold of it. But they still don't accept Jesus as their Christ because Jesus, being in the Roman period, failed. The Jews were utterly destroyed along with the temple. That doesn't make him the Christ, the Savior of prophecy. And Christians don't get it, and Mormons don't get it. The days and the hours are given by these Jewish authors. It's in the Book of Mormon of when he's coming. And I did the video this morning about how this verse has Hanukkah this year, right there, giving you the day and the hour of the coming for your salvation, Mormons. And we're still waiting for fruit. We're still waiting for sprouts. Because the sprouts are so cute. Sprouts will love you regardless of what you look like. They don't judge you falsely like trees do, even though the trees are very sexy with their long roots. And the pomegranates. Song of Solomon humor for you. All women know those. They told me at Rick's. But the Jews have another Messiah who prepares the way for him by setting up the temple, setting up the order, setting up the rituals, and then is murdered. And his whole order is stolen and corrupted with the abomination of desolation. The rituals are corrupted, and prostitution of the women begin. Brigham Young. We all know this is Joseph in verse 5. Messiah ben Joseph. That's the forerunning Christ to prepare the way for Messiah ben David. Brigham Young is the enemy. Missionaries are sowing tares of Christianity to corrupt the wheat of the Book of Mormon and of Joseph Smith. Jewish. That's why I get pissed with you, Mormons and missionaries, for leaving out verse 19. All wrong, abominable, corrupt. All of you know it, but you're denying it. You're resisting the truth so that the church can be true instead. And it can't be. The prophecies and revelations have to be fulfilled, which means this church is the enemy, led by the false prophet, whose baby name meaning is Lucifer. That's also in the Book of Mormon. By name. And so sure enough, Messiah ben David comes after Joseph Smith, is from a branch off of Joseph Smith, his father, thus a brother. And so, he's a Mormon. And Avraham Gileadi got excommunicated for it. No one dares to molest or make afraid this church. Avraham. And this will be manifest unto Mormons in the latter days. Not spiritual witness feeling. This is all physical, thus scientific, which is weird, because this is not like signs in the heavens. Signs in the heavens you can immediately test and go, yeah, okay. We understand that you can do that. No big deal. Science, astronomy. But this is in the realm of the curse of Joseph Smith territory. Which we're still waiting for that too. Yeah, we have to go to, I knew, and those of you who saw that video, you saw me as I'm just breaking down. No! Because it's a pattern match with 2018 when Monson died. Nelson took over. But if we have to go into January having to wait for January 2nd to happen for the fall, I give up. I quit. It's over. Because December is the month. Even though the Exoduses have all happened, which should have been the Exoduses, but God, they're just reminding Mormons repetitively. This is it, Mormons. Exodus. Are you looking? Are you waiting? Are you believing? No. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. And Mormons still won't believe. But this is a baby raised up in the church to be the one mighty and strong, the man like Moses, the man-child, the Messiah ben David, Emmanuel, Jesus, Samson. You're not understanding the learning of the Jews. This happened. You know, Joseph Smith, Mormons go, yay, the Book of Mormon is literal history because they prophesied of Joseph Smith. And then you ignore Messiah ben David. You say it's Jesus. It can't be. Not only because Jesus failed during the Roman period of time, but if Joseph Smith is Messiah ben Joseph, that means Messiah ben David has to come after Joseph Smith as a baby. And that can't be Jesus because you said he was born in the Roman period of time. And so again, run the test. By their fruits you shall know them. If you turn this literal history, wrong. It is not Christian. So now you got to run the test for what it is, and you got to keep putting in seed interpretations until you find the correct interpretation. Just like the first vision with Joseph Smith. You didn't learn from him. You didn't believe him. Because you don't practice it. And so yeah, the false prophet, the beast, Messiah ben David, Messiah ben Joseph, but Daddy wrote it. But Daddy didn't know about Messiah ben David other than from the Jews, as he was a new Israelite. Not member, but he was taught by the new Israelites in Vermont. That's where he learned about Jewish Kabbalism. And thus, the tree of life. That's why it's from his dreams, guys. Joseph didn't write any of the Book of Mormon, so he didn't plagiarize Daddy's tree of life vision. It was Daddy himself who put it in and plagiarized himself. And so it's so cute that Lucy Mack writes after Joseph is dead, her book, her memoirs, and gets to the part where Junior presents her and her husband with the Book of Mormon. And she says, I was very surprised, we were very surprised that it had the tree of life, which were dreams of my husband. So cute. But yeah, they can't tell as too many people. Only those who are directly involved with the book, because there are people trying to murder people. But, yeah, that was hilarious. Especially when she got to the Presbyterian preacher. Alvin's going to burn in hell because he didn't get baptized. So we'll see you at church on Sunday, right? I refer to my son's account for what happened. guess. Alrighty. Over an hour, God. So yeah, this is what we're waiting for. Something to indicate the church is going to fall. And I'm hoping it corresponds with December's events. Because it's just going to be so sad going into January. So stressful. Especially not seeing any sprouts going into January. You know, at least another death. I mean, seriously. Because that's the curse of Joseph Smith, that it has to correspond with sun shall be darkened, moon turned to blood, stars fall from heaven. And that one happened on the 2nd of October. November, December, January, 3. The only excuse that it has is because this was the final year. The whole year has been all one big final fireworks display in the final minutes of the 4th of July fireworks celebration. So that's how they do it. Right at the end, they let everything go. And so that's what the prophets all did for this year. Everything just was unleashed for this year. Only sparse things scattered out through the latter days, and thus fulfilling the Book of Mormon. That added an extra thing there that Mormons likewise fulfilled. And they don't know that they fulfilled it, and they won't listen to me when they fulfilled it. Chapter 2, 3rd Nephi. And it came to pass that thus passed away the 95th year also, and the people began to forget those signs and wonders which they had heard. They heard about 21st of August 2017, and they heard about 23rd September 2017, because that became popular. They knew of the pre-show of the Tetrad, as they know it as, with Perry Packer Scott, but Monson said, nope, nothing to see here, move along, keep paying your tithing. And so Mormons gave up. They stopped looking to the signs in the heavens, despite me doing them all this whole time for you. Mormons gave up on those videos. They did not want to watch those videos anymore. Those videos ruined my view counts. And I'm not here to get popular, because the only way to be popular is to pacify, flatter, and deceive you. That's what other people are doing. They're trying to make money, they're trying to be popular. Like and subscribe to me. I won't do that. I'm going to tell you the truth this whole time, to the very end. And yet people have come out and said, hey, if you were to do this, you get a lot more views. Get out of here. Don't tell me how to do my channel. You don't know the subject matter. You don't know the seriousness of the situation. I follow the inspiration, and thus fulfilled the prophecy. So, but yeah, Mormons imagined up some vain thing in their hearts, that it was wrought by men and by the power of the devil to lead away the hearts of the people, and thus Satan did get possession of the hearts of the Mormons again. Did blind their eyes and lead them away to believe in the doctrine of Jesus rather than the Jewish Christ, which they believed was a foolish and vain thing. They waxed strong in wickedness and abominations. Prophecy fulfilled. Book of Mormon is true. Mormons don't believe it. Seriously? Book of Mormon can't be true. Because it means Mormons are wicked. So, yeah, I didn't really get to any of this stuff. None of this was really appropriate for the video. It's fluff stuff anyway. It's what I was doing from the beginning to fill the time between signs.